with my One Piece manga chapter 855 Growl review. And I did something a little different. I took notes on like the sticky note thing for my laptop, which was honestly probably the best idea I could have done. So we're gonna go off that. Manga stream was being rude to me this past time because like every time, like I know this happens, but like whenever you go on a stream, like a site, not a manga stream, but a manga site, and like start reading the stuff, they're fairly sketchy, which is why they're so like free and convenient. So yeah, it took me to pages, and I had to restart my computer about 3 times because it wasn't stopping. So and the end of my Boku no like it interrupted me in my like in the middle of my Boku no Hero live reaction, so I just like switched it on my phone. But it was good for One Piece. But the chapter starts out, and this honestly just this chapter, it was kind of slow, but also it was very progressive in the story part of it. But it also like alluded to stuff that I'm hoping comes true, because it's like I'm hoping some of the stuff like it's setting up for a big massive shit's hitting the fan explosion for the Tea Party. But it starts out where kind of we left off with Sanji kicking Bobbin and making everybody like think Bobbin's a scrub, which from that, like, yeah, Bobbin's a scrub now, but also we need to like we actually get his bounty and like what he's a bishop and he's called Bobbin the Fixer, and we might even have a little bit of like his devil fruit or a power he has, because he just like the bling bling thing he does, like he was doing that, and then he looks over at the guards and makes them fall asleep. So I'm just wondering, is that his devil fruit or is that just like something he can do? Like, I'm very curious. But his bounty is actually pretty interesting. It's 105.5 million berry bounty, which I don't think we've had like a point 0.5 bounty in the entirety of One Piece, have we? Like, I don't think we have. Because we've had a billion berry bounty, but we've never had a point 0.5 billion. Like, I'm very curious as to this bounty. Because it's a decent bounty, like, it's pretty decent. So it's like, okay, he's obviously not that big of a scrub, but it's very like it's interesting. And that also made me wonder, like, so is he really a scrub or was he just caught off guard, because a lot of characters can be that get categorized as scrubs, like everyone was categorizing Bobbin as a scrub. Just caught off guard. I mean, like, obviously, like, it was stupid for him to get that caught off guard because it was obviously Sanji eating food, but like Luffy's been caught off guard and been punched and like been knocked out for a little bit. So I mean, like, you can't just call him a scrub because he got one-shotted by, like, he's obviously not one-shotted, he's obviously not down, but like you can't do it when he's up this close. So it's interesting. And he's called Bobbin the Fixer, which is really like, yeah, he's like, I'm going to fix this. I'm just like, Bob the Builder. It's like making me think Bob the Builder. My brother was obsessed with that show when I was little. So it was just like, it had Bob the Builder vibes. And also he's alluding to even Hell's demons make an appearance at the tea party, which is just like, who's going to show up? Because we know it's not just gonna be Mama, and it's not just gonna be the Big Mom family and the Vince Smokes. It has to be other people. It has to be. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, demons, heavenly demon, maybe. I doubt Doflamingo will make an appearance, but it's very like interesting that he keeps saying like even Hell's demons will show up. So it's like, ooh, heavenly demon, eh. Or maybe it's like someone else who's got the name demon. I don't remember who. Um, Demon Child. I don't think Robin will show up, but it's like it makes me so like interested to see who's going to show up. I'm hoping Crocodile shows up. I'm like 100% for Crocodile. 100%. I am like for Crocodile to show up because I will fall down and cry. I will fall down and just be done if Crocodile shows up. Okay, we're gonna keep going. And now all the characters who will know. Luffy hasn't seen Big Mom yet, right? But everyone else has. Everyone else has seen Big Mom because we're all in the mirror world. We're all trying to save Brook, and Big Mom is asleep with Brook in her arms. This is such a funny, like, uh, she is asleep with Brook in her arms, and she actually falls asleep with Prometheus, Zeus, and Napoleon, which is interesting, which is very interesting because it's like, ooh, they could be, you know, guarding. And the entire like huge like so everyone who hadn't seen Big Mom, like Nami, Chopper, and Carrot, all are seeing Big Mom. She's like, she's huge. Um, so the entire gag of this chapter, which kind of made me like it, I got over it real quickly, was they were doing like 3 challenges, like 3 attempts to get Brooke, but every time like they made a noise, Big Mom just thought it was a fly, and with like and Prometheus and Zeus and everyone thought it was a fly, so they would try to kill the fly, which was actually like Chopper and like Carrot and Pedro. So it was like all these. It was comical, but it was like like I'm tired comical of this. But that was interesting. Jinbei saved the day. Jinbei got everyone out. Jinbei's a boss. Like Jinbei from Straw Hat. I'm like like there's so many characters I want to join the crew. Like Carrot, like Jinbei obviously, and then Reiju. Like so many characters. So many characters. Anyway, so Napoleon actually, fun facts, is a sword, which is pretty interesting because he's got like the pirate theme going, which it's named after. That's a weird combo. But like the hat, and then he's like he's giving me Neville vibes because it's like he pulled the sword out of the hat. It just makes me like ooh, like the weird stuff Madison does whenever this happens. So yeah. Now we find out, fun fact, now that we actually have Brooke, that the entire fandom was right for once, and Brooke had the rubbings in his skull. That's also a very weird sounding sentence, I'm aware, but it's true. So, Brooke obviously everyone was just like, oh yeah, Brooke's gotta have, because we hadn't seen the skull pop up yet. We're like, they were searching him, they didn't even find the paper that he was supposed to have to like do the rubbings on, so it's like they're hidden somewhere. So obviously Brooke did the rubbings right before Big Mom. He's like in this, I got by on the skin of my teeth, because like right as he was finished doing the last rubbing, Big Mom shows up, and you know, the young lady stuff happens. That I'm just like, yeah, Grandpa Brooke. So everyone was right. He had the rubbings in his head. So that's task number 1 completed. Though something that's making me a little weary is that Brule and the train guy, I can't remember his name. I don't really care about his name. Know about it. That's the only thing that's making me a little like, eh. I don't want to cheer just yet. I won't cheer until we're on the Sunny and we're like until we're like at Wano. Until we are at Wano, I will be happy. But it's like Brule and they know now, so it's like, oh, it's a little bit unsettling. And on the flip side, while all this is going on, we're getting cuts to Sanji, who is running around looking for Luffy. Like, where is my husband that went off to war vibe? Like, where is he? You know, just where is he? So, okay. We actually, and then at the end, the last panel, he finally finds him, and he is looking for Luffy. He finally sees him, and he smiles, and he starts crying, and it melted my heart, and I died, like, it melted my heart, and I was so sad, and I'm just like, Sanji, you are precious, and Luffy, you are precious, like, just hug, and make up, and eat, and be happy. Sanji should get the hug he desperately needs. Alright. And yeah, so that was essentially the end of the chapter. I'm giving the chapter like a 3 out of 5, mostly like 3.5 because of the 0.5 billion, no, billion, the 105.5 million berry bounty, 3.5. But it was kind of slow, like through a Sanji and Luffy standpoint, because that took up the entire chapter, but it was also very progressive on the everybody else standpoint, because we finally got Brooke, and we know he's got the poneglyph rubbings, and we're all safe now, kinda, sorta. But, and everyone besides Luffy has seen Big Mom. So, there's that. I think everyone's pretty much caught up, actually, on the entire story, right? The only person that wouldn't have been was Brooke, and Brooke obviously is with Bropper and Nami, as you know. So, fun fact, I just need them to meet up with Reiju. I just need them to meet up with Luffy, and we can all leave or find Zeph. But the one thing that's like making me like so about this entire chapter and this entire like arc is they kept keep referencing even demons would show up to Big Mom's tea party, which is like, who's going to show up? It's like the Grammys. Who's going to show up? Except they actually care. Like, what's going to happen? No. What happened? What just happened? My computer's like dead. What just happened? Oh. I don't care anymore. Sorry. Sorry. My computer like blacked out and I was just like, what's going on? Like, did Manga Stream put a virus on my computer? Manga Stream? No. Anyway, but that's all for this review. Comment down below your favorite parts of the chapter, what you liked about it, what you disliked about it, if you agreed with anything I said throughout this entire review, this entire 10-minute review. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and please stay tuned for more videos.